good morning, you guys. How are we doing? Today, we are talking consistency because this is a topic that shows up in my inbox all the time. So guys, I can tell you that I've struggled with it a lot in the past as well, but I think I finally cracked the code and I have this one thing that have totally changed the game for me, and I decided I want to share with you today so you can try it out too and build your consistency, because we all want a wonderful lifestyle, a lifestyle that makes us happy, and that's what I want to help you build, So guys, I decided that a fun format to do it would be just take you with me throughout the day and just talk about consistency and how to build it. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm so excited. Hope you are too. And let's get straight into it, okay? I'm gonna start with my morning routine and then get straight into the first point of how to build consistency. I just wrote down my to-do list, journaled, and I can tell you guys, this was not my habit just at the beginning of this year, so not so long ago, to be honest. I struggled with building a habit of journaling as well as planning my days for the longest time. Okay, planning wasn't that bad, but journaling and reading in the morning, because I also read my book, was just a nightmare. I just could not stick to it. And I think so many of you relate to that. It's just like, you do it for a few days and then you just totally drift away and you forget about it, and yeah, it's just a mess. You just can't stick to it. And I think the first and a very important step into building consistency is identifying the habits that you want to build. You don't want to just have them and, I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to build this. No, we want to take a piece of paper and write those things down. What habits do you want to build next year? Starting from the new year, what habits do you want to build? Write them all down. And here is a trap that I've fallen to so many times, and it is be realistic. You don't want to write, I'm gonna work out 5 times a week, even though you don't work out at all right now. Or you don't want to write, I'm gonna read 2 chapters of a book every single morning, even though you don't read right now. You get me? You want to be realistic. You can't change your life overnight. And so what I want to say here is that you need to be realistic. And if you have those bigger goals, so let's say I want to work out 5 times a week, it is possible, it is realistic, but you need to break it down into smaller goals, habit goals, So let's say you are gonna write working out 5 times a week, and then you're gonna make an arrow from it, and you're gonna say working out 2 times a week, and then another arrow working out 4 times a week, let's say. You want to build up to it, because it is so unrealistic to expect from yourself to go from 0 to 5 workouts a week straight away. This is a big trap that makes many people struggle with consistency, because just from the start you're setting yourself up for failure, because those big changes are so unrealistic to make overnight. You can build up to it. It is so realistic to build up to it, but not to do it straight away. So write down your habits, be realistic with them, and if the habit is more bigger, it is a big of a change, then try to break it down to a smaller one. This way you can ensure that it is a smooth change, it is a slow change, because a small change is much more realistic and sustainable than a fast one. Tell you, I'm feeling so energized because I went on a walk and the sun is just shining, because in a weather forecast it said that it's gonna be cloudy all day, and it was sunny. Now it's getting cloudy, but the morning, it just makes the biggest difference. But okay, you got the list of your habits, so now let's talk about the second step, because you might ask, Maja, okay, I have a list, but I've had it before, So where are you going with it? Now, I want you to choose one habit from the list that is your biggest priority. One habit that you want to build first. Just this one. Ignore all the other ones. Focus on this one habit. Making a singular habit your priority is a great way to support yourself in building consistency. And this is because A, it's so much easier and more realistic to stick to one new habit than 10 new ones. And because it's easier, it is also more rewarding because there is a smaller chance that you're gonna fail because it's just one, not 10, right? And I think it is truly the biggest secret to consistency, sticking to one habit at a time, not trying to build them all at the same time, because I know that we all want to just change our life overnight and just have the best life, build all the habits that we want to build and have in our lives. But it's unrealistic, and this way we're just setting ourselves up for failure. You need to be patient, okay? Consistency requires patience. Getting the life of your dreams requires patience. And so start slow, pick up one habit and start working on it instead of trying to get everything all at once. Because the biggest thing is, as I said earlier, that you cannot change your life in one day, but you can make a decision that will change your life over time. So annoying how early it is getting dark. Like, I don't know how about you, but it's so much harder to get productive when it's dark. So it's just, that's why I took a little break. I took Snowy out, but also went to get some coffee because I don't know, I just felt like getting coffee from a store, like from a coffee shop, so coffee shop, Starbucks. So yeah, that's what I did, and we took a little break. Now it's time to get to the next point, to the next advice that I have for you, and it is, do not beat yourself up if you miss one day. I know it's hard. It's hard when you tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna stick to this habit. I'm not gonna miss a day and it's gonna be perfect. But take into account the fact that life happens and sometimes we are just not able to stick to our habits or our resolutions. So if you miss one day, be compassionate with yourself, because the thing is, how is it gonna affect you? Beating yourself up, how is it gonna affect you? Is it gonna motivate you? It's not gonna motivate you. It's gonna make you feel shit, and this is not gonna support you getting consistent and you sticking to your goals. Okay, so no beating yourself up. And actually, some time ago, I read this book. It's called Atomic Habits. Amazing book. Literally, if you have not read it yet, be sure to read it because the advice there is just crazy, mind-changing. I love this book, one of my favorite ones. But basically, what they say there is that there is research that says if you miss one day, when you're building a habit, if you miss one day, not much is gonna change. It's not gonna destroy all the progress that you've already made, but it is, as long as this break, this time off the track is only one day. If you go on to 2, 3, 4, 5 days, it is going to have an effect. But if it's one day that you missed, go out of the track, it's fine, okay? It is not going to affect your progress. It is okay. It happens to all of us. Even those crazy, successful people, they also have those days when it's just, life just doesn't work out the way you want all the time. And you have to take that into account. So remember, it does not make that much of a difference, and don't beat yourself up because of it, because this is life. Life is not always perfect. Life's not always the way you want it to be, okay? So it is not going to affect the way you build your consistency, and actually beating yourself up is what is going to make it harder for you to stick to the new habit, because after you've beaten yourself up, you just feel shit and you have no motivation, and we don't want that. We don't want that when building consistency on new habits, okay? So remember, no beating yourself up. I'm gonna be looking out for you, okay? If I see you beating yourself up or saying something mean to yourself, I'm gonna get you. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on doing my work. Then probably some workout and stuff. I'm excited to work out today. I just feel like moving my body. And this is great. I feel really, really happy for that. I don't know. I'm just motivated today. So yeah, so that was the next point. And I hope, guys, that it's gonna give you food for thought, okay? Alright guys, we got to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending this few minutes with me on your day. If you want to ask me a question for the next video, if you want to participate in some way in creating my next video, then check out my Instagram here. And I'm gonna be asking you to give me some questions in a few days, so hopefully gonna help me. Also, if you are feeling like you are off the track, then I actually recorded a video a few months ago about how I help myself get back onto the right track and just, you know, get going again. So I'm gonna link it here and you can check it out if you want. And yeah guys, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video next week. Mwah.